Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help 1 and 2 majorly improved on the original game in many ways, with its more unique style levels rather than just remakes of older FNaF games. Today we'll be taking a look at my top 5 favorite levels of the game. These levels are just ones that I found fun, scary, and ones that I like overall. So let's just jump into it. Free prep is one of the most fun categories of Help 1 and 2 with its 3 types of levels, and I decided the second level, Pizza Pizza Pizza, was my favorite one. Free prep overall is just a very fun minigame to play over and over again because it has a little replayability. In this free prep level, you make pizzas for the kitchen in the Mega Pizzaplex and serve staff bots, well, attempt to serve staff bots, but Glamour Chica ends up throwing herself in front of them and ends up eating all the food on the serving tray. If you do this correctly, over and over again, you win the level and get your prize. And if you mess up, Chica will kill you. Chica also looks very disappointed or sad checking whether you got the order right or wrong. Just like very disappointed looking. More good things about this level is Chica randomly digging around in the kitchen looking for food. She also has some voice lines as well which are quite funny. Captain Foxy makes his return in Help 1 and 2, originally being a level in FNaF VR's Cause of Dreadbed DLC. Captain Foxy was a great addition to Help 1 and 2, bringing a brand new, large and bigger pirate ride, now with a cowboy western theme. This ride was a major improvement over the original, including a better gun and the same Helpy cutout that can lead you to different paths on the track. But now, instead of the Jacko animatronics coming out, it's now a brand new Jacko animatronic being Jacko Moon, who is a good addition to the level and is pretty scary as well. But overall, it's kind of just a recolor of the daycare attendant, so not that interesting to be honest. The level is much bigger and better throughout phasing in between the normal world and the AR world from Ruin. Overall, this level is a great one. Roller coaster and rides just like work really well in VR, like kind of made for it to be honest. So yeah, very good level, very fun as well. Bonkerborn is one of the less scary levels in Help 1 and 2. After all, you are playing a whack-a-mole game, but with Bonnie hand puppets, an occasional Helpy, and the annoying plush babies. So there's not much to really be afraid of unless you're scared of plush babies. But overall, it's a very fun minigame, but I do recommend being in a more open space while playing it, as you might whack something in your room. I ended up whacking my roof while playing the game. So you do move around a lot in the game, like I mean a lot. You move around like a bunch, so you might end up whacking your wall or something. Luckily for me, I have long arms, so I didn't even have to smack anything in my room. An easy way of playing this game is just to whack absolutely everything. Even if you hit the Helpies, you can still win the game. I don't have much to say about this game. Overall, Bonkerborn is a pretty simple yet fun game, making it one of my favorites. Funtime Gang is part of the sister location folder in Help 1 and 2, and is one of my most favorite levels in the entire game. It returns to the classic FNaF 1 gameplay formula, with your power supply and the 2 doors now with a giant vent right in front of you. That's not terrifying at all. There are 3 different characters in the game with all different mechanics. Funtime Freddy will throw Bonbon at the opposite door of the private room while he's in a hallway closet. He looks the same way they did in the custom night of sister location back in 2016. Funtime Foxy also works the same way as the custom night, with him peeking out of his curtain and running down the evil hallway. Funtime Chica, who was a good surprise to see back again in a new FNaF game, has a very interesting mechanic, but it's also very confusing. Back when I played the level back in January, I moved her cupcake to either side of the office, and when she was on the opposite side of the office on the cameras, I would move the cupcake around the office to keep her moving from one hallway to another. But I'm pretty sure the intended way of this mechanic is just to move the cupcake to one side, and then make it come to the door, give it to her, and she'll leave, and then come back later and stay at the door. But there actually is an achievement if you do it the way that I did, where just moving the cupcake and make her move around both hallways. This location is one of my favorite FNaF games, and it ended up being even better in VR. I like this level because it's enjoyable to play and also very scary as well, especially with Foxy sprinting down the hallway to come and kill you. definitely very terrifying there.
Great news! Due to today's successful salvage,
First Aid is one of my favorite minigames in the whole game. These levels are very fun but also very stressful, managing to operate Helpy and also trying to be as quiet as possible, which is difficult with him screaming whenever you tap him with a saw or whack him on the head with a hammer. The Scrap Baby level is one of my favorites in the whole game, and also is my favorite of these levels, because of its difficulty, which makes it more fun. The first level of this minigame, which was with Pig Patch, was very boring because you barely see him and it's extremely easy as well. Then there's the left one, which is slightly more difficult but overall medium difficulty, and the Scrap Baby level, which isn't insanely hard but is the most difficult of the three. I also like this level because of Scrap Baby. As I said in my Help Wanted 2 review from a couple weeks ago, Scrap Baby is one of my favorite FNaF animatronics because of their design. She has an amazing and creepy design which works very well when she's crawling in the vents towards you, and is also very terrifying as well. Not to mention the amount of detail in her model. Steel did an amazing job on many of the other models as well. Mainly her model, which has a bunch of tiny details that is literally picture perfect for the Scott model almost. A lot of the models in this game are very well done, even some remade as well, so that's amazing. This level is one of my favorites in the whole game, and I enjoyed it because it was so fun and so terrifying at the same time. Also took me a while to beat too. Finally, FNaF Help Wanted 2 ended up being one of my favorites, if not my favorite FNaF game of all time. Which I actually have a whole video talking about the game if you'd like to see that. These are just my opinions, so if you want to comment your opinion on what your favorite level is, feel free to do it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and sharing it, because that really helps me a lot, and also consider subscribing to the channel because we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you want to see more FNaF videos from me, make sure to go check out my other videos on the channel. Anyway, that is the end of this video, and I'll see you on the flip side.